Am I the only one? Everybody was perfect about this scene. Oh, they're always naked or whatever. I didn't have a problem. I'm gonna make a video about their outfits. But anyways, this was their look for the scene where they were like swapping outfits. I feel like everybody always says, oh, they're forcing them to wear this stuff and forcing them to do this with their outfits. I feel like we need to realize they're not being forced, but this is what they want to wear. Because you could obviously tell by the comfortability of what they're in. Yoonchae over here is wearing covered up. She's not in the bra and panties. Megan is in the bra and panties. She has shorts on but a jacket over still. Lara, she's like more exposed. She's more comfortable. Danny is also more exposed and she's more comfortable. Sophia's half exposed, but she's still comfortable. But Megan looks so cute. She ate.
So it happened. Megan wore a bra. Call the cavalry. It's so serious and it's super intense. Megan wore a bra for her dance practice. When are we going to stop doing this to ourselves? When are we as women going to stop policing ourselves? Because I know so far the discourse has been very much about Hybe versus Kevin versus who's putting too many or too little clothes on these girls. Women, I should say. But Megan wore a bra. And now everyone has to face the fact, which has been a fact, that most of these women like wearing little clothes. And I thought we had agreed that's fine. That it's fine, right? That women's bodies are not inherently sexual. That it's okay to wear what you need to wear or want to wear, especially in the middle of the summer. That it's okay to wear what makes you feel comfortable. However, the conversation has been really different, and I get why when they're performing on stage or when they're doing promo. Because they are doing this in an effort to make money. Both the members of the group and the company behind them. Everyone wants success. But watching this, and especially these comments, makes me feel like people are losing the plot completely. Because why are people saying that Megan's outfit makes me uncomfortable? Or my least favorite comment ever, the trust in that top. Trust in what top, by the way? She's super secured, locked down and tied in a bra that's covering her up. Meanwhile, grown men are flopping their titties all over YouTube, no censorship, living their best lives. So I really want to ask again, when are we, as women, going to stop policing our own bodies? Because no one really is a part of this conversation except us. Katseye as a group is a group for the girls and the gays. I'll say it and I'll keep saying it. Because it really highlights the fact that within this ecosystem created by women for women, there is still so much emphasis on bodies, what and what isn't appropriate to wear, and the lack of autonomy when it comes to women's sexuality. I don't know why people have such a hard time believing, even after them screaming from the bottom of their souls to the top of their toes, that they like wearing these clothes. Why do people have such a hard time believing that Katseye is into this type of fashion? Especially Laura, Danny, Megan, Manon. I will put Yuchi in there because she's spoken about it multiple times, but I'll just go with those four for now. Let's go with those four core. With the East Asian and Southeast Asian member, respectively, having more reservations, most likely due to culture, about wearing the same types of fits. I also really, really, really don't get oh my gosh, she's only 20. Do you think this is how women typically dress when they're 40? 18 to 25-year-olds is the age where you would provocatively dress and explore yourself, most commonly. Not saying you can't do it later, but that's pretty typical. And I don't really get why this comment section is acting like it's not. From what I've observed, watching them since pre-debut, they do seem to tie their outfits specifically to their own interests, their own likes, and their own comfortability. The four girls who like more revealing outfits wear them, both on stage and off, And the two girls who maybe like to show off different parts of themselves, they do what they do. Sophia here is dressed the exact way she wants to be, and so is Megan. And I really feel like people are just afraid to admit that you are the one uncomfortable. And hey, it's okay to be uncomfortable with seeing someone's half-naked body. If that's not good by you, if that's not what you like, go for it. Don't look at it. But don't then say it's because the company's doing it. It's because they're doing it. When the members have said just so many times that they like it. I'm going to go over a few examples. I won't be extremely in depth, but let me just go over a few examples of them saying and stating that this is what they prefer.
She's literally just walking. She's literally just walking. How the fuck does this mean, oh, she's obsessed with looking sexy and she wants to get edited? She's walking, bro. Can't she walk how she want to walk? I don't understand why fans think an idol is supposed to please them. Like, okay, yes, they're doing a lot of things for the fans. They make music, they're performing for the fans, but it gets to a limit. Like, everything these idols do, the fans expect it to be like for them. Like, if they want to dress a certain way, they want to walk a certain way, that's for those girls. And that's honestly going for any idol, anybody famous in general. Like, it reaches the point here.
Now, I want to emphasize, after presenting these clips, that there are many women who are forced to do these things to further their career and get farther in the industry. That's not something you can deny, and it's not something to be ignored. However, in this specific case, there doesn't seem to be very much nuance on the fact that all of these girls are well off financially and have a lot of means at their advantage. They're choosing to do this. This is what they're doing. We need to have a different conversation about the overarching view of women's sexuality and why that even when it's demonstrated by women openly, vocally, passionately, and confidently, it's still villainized. Meanwhile, let's talk about AT's San and how completely different they're being treated. Let's talk about Santos Bravos. Let's talk about Cordis. Let's talk about any male group and how they're treated. There are multiple reasons that boy groups get a completely different level of treatment for doing the same thing. And I will get into that. But for now, I just want to say, Megan's outfit is not the problem. Society is. Women aren't allowed to exist in any sort of neutral space. They either have to work hard to protect themselves against predators that lurk around every corner, or protect themselves against themselves. Neither of those things are fine. Hotness and sexuality should be celebrated on both counts. The same way that boy groups get to have that feeling, that joyous feeling of having a whole crowd think you're beautiful and astonishing, is something that women should be able to feel too, without also feeling subjugated or fearful. Sexuality or being able to feel comfortable with yourself on a stage isn't something that should only be handed to men. And the conversation about her trust in that top or fear in general about nipples, it really needs to end. I think we can do better. I hope we do. I really want to make it clear. Megan deserves all the autonomy in the world. And her expressing herself is not a overarching balance that reflects on other people. She should feel comfortable expressing herself the way she wants to, as should everyone else. And that's why I feel like the discourse has been odd. Let people be. I feel like she's just being. It's a little bit... Well, you can let me know. Do you find it strange that people are saying so much about how she looks or how she acts? Or do you think that this is just a repercussion or just a normalcy of the industry? Let me know in the comments. All right. Hope you guys have a really good rest of your day. Bye.